228, Truck 6, Truck 3, Battalion 3, and the on-call inspector. 2303 West 46th Street, number 208.
I'm Division Chief Luke Smith, and on this episode of Sioux Falls Fire, we talk with the cadets as they go through training at the Public Safety Campus. We talk with Police Department, how Sioux Falls and Fire work together on scenes, and then we're out here at a prescribed burn, and we'll talk about why we use prescribed burns within the city of Sioux Falls. All this and more on Sioux Falls Fire. Today we're out at the Public Safety Campus with Division Chief of Training, Jason Marzoff, to talk about the cadets that are coming through Academy. Chief Marzoff, how many cadets do we have and how long is this training academy?
We have 16 cadets that started about 4 weeks ago here with Sioux Falls Fire Rescue. Our cadet academy is split into two portions. We have a 10-week academy for those that come in with their South Dakota EMT or their National Register EMT, and then a 15-week academy with those that don't have their EMT. They'll stay an additional 5 weeks post-fire academy to obtain their NREMT.
What type of skills are they learning through the academy?
So we start everything from the basics. We're in the classroom a lot. We're doing a lot of skills-based training from saws, ladders, ventilation, hose pulls, movements, flowing water, vehicle extrication. We go through some hazmat skills, rope skills, pretty much a wide array of anything that you've seen on TV and the movies that firefighters would do.
Is there skills that they should have before they come in to be a firefighter?
You know what, here at Sioux Falls Fire Rescue, we kind of believe in coming in with the right attitude and the right values. The skills stuff are things that we can work with, we can coach you through, and we can train you on. But if you come with that positive can-do attitude, a willingness to work hard, we're going to put in that work and try and provide those skills and that training for you to make you successful.
How many training officers do you have that work with the team?
So currently we have 4 training officers that focus on the fire training side of things. We have 2 EMS educators and they focus on the EMT side of things. And then we have 1 firefighter that has come over from operations as a temporary reassignment to assist with the academy.
Once they get done with these 16-week or 10-week academy, where do they go from there?
So from here they'll go to operations. When we talk about operations, that's being assigned at a fire station. The individuals you see every day riding on a fire truck, out responding to calls, doing all the things that a firefighter does.
And how do you guys utilize this new public safety campus that we've been in now for a few years?
The Public Safety Campus is a beautiful facility. It was designed for an array of different things. We have the ability to run all sorts of different training evolution, skills evaluations. As we talked about all those skills, we can apply them. We like to talk about our training model of like a crawl, walk, run. So we can start very simple. We'll use search, for example. We have 3 different structures we can use from search. We have one that is very basic where we can teach the methodology and the skills, and then we'll build on that where we're adding in real world furniture. Then we start pulling hose, and then eventually we'll add in that live fire and just keep building that so that they're ready and have the skills to keep themselves alive and safe along with the community when they hit the streets.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. We're excited to see where these cadets come.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We're on scene at a structure fire here in Sioux Falls. A lot of times with the structure fires, fire isn't the first one on scene. We have our cohorts over at the police department. They come on first. So can you introduce yourself and how long you've been with Sioux Falls PD?
Absolutely. I'm Officer Winthen with the Sioux Falls Police Department. I've been working here for 6 years.
So PD gets on scene a lot quicker than fire occasionally. What types of things are you looking for when you come to a structure fire?
Yeah, usually I'm just looking at my call screen, information that comes on there, location. The reporting party typically explains who's in the house, pets, animals, where the fire is at. Just vital information there. When I get on scene, I want to make sure that I am at the right address. I'm making sure that there are people there or the reporting parties there, if they have removed themselves from the place, if there's anybody else inside the home either, and just make sure I get everyone evacuated so fire can do their job when they get here.
Once fire gets on scene, what's kind of PD's role on scene?
Yeah, I kind of become the sidekick for fire. I want to make sure that they have accessibility to everything they need, information regarding reporting party, if there's any injuries or any kind of medical attention that needs to be attended to. And then of course, scene security is usually what we usually do, as well as like blocking off the roadways. So then that way pedestrians aren't barging in or anything like that.
Awesome. So when you get on scene and there's an individual who is waiting outside whose structure, like whose home it was, what types of interactions do you have with them?
Yeah, it's usually just kind of comfort. Further interviews regarding who is in the house, how did this occur, are you injured in any way like that, and then if there's people that we can contact for them, just for comfort, or if they need transportation or anything else that they might have questions regarding the situation.
Well, cool. We have a great partnership with PD, and we look forward to more interactions and trainings in the future.
Hi, I'm John Fisher with Sioux Falls Fire Rescue. I'm at Station 1 with the Heavy Rescue in Wildland 1. This afternoon we were dispatched to a small grass fire on the east side over here. Engine 1 was first on scene. They had a small fire running downhill. With today's high winds and low RHs, the fire seemed to grow very rapidly, and with the rapid growth they just requested one additional wildland unit. With this spring's unseasonably warm temperatures and extremely cured grasses, fire is an extreme danger for us until we get some moisture in the air, get some rains on the ground. Even though it appears to be winter time or spring, the fire still can rapidly grow from any type of ignition source, from matches to cigarettes to chains, safety chains on your vehicles, to fire pits, charcoal grills, everything like that. These fires will grow rapidly.
We're out here with Matt Midland, firefighter on Truck 3, part of our training crew. Matt, what are we doing out here today?
We have an acquired structure, so we're doing our annual RIC training, so Rapid Intervention Crew Training, Life Safety Drill.
What is RIC? Why does Sioux Falls use RIC?
Yeah, well, it stands for Rapid Intervention Crew. On every fire that we have, every structure fire, we have a crew dedicated for firefighter safety, so if there's a firefighter emergency, they're the ones that would respond to that firefighter emergency.
What type of emergencies can firefighters have on a scene?
It could have a fall through, like what we're practicing today. A firefighter falls through the floor. It could have an air emergency, a problem with their SCBA, become disoriented, something could fall on them, anything like that. Flashovers.
Is there a special crew that just does RIC?
Nope. So the incident commander assigns RIC based on, a lot of times it's a arriving order, but there's no specific crew. We're all trained to the RIC standards.
Are RIC crews just for structure fires? Are there other incidents that RICs might be applied?
Yeah, you can use them in hazmat, USAR as well. So an incident where the firefighters are in danger, something could happen, then we can assign a RIC.
So the scenario here today, you talked about them falling through a floor. What type of tactics do they use to get the firefighter out once they fall through the floor?
Yeah, well, there's a few different methods. Just finding quick access from the exterior through like an exterior window. You could go down the stairs to where the firefighter is located. Yeah, as long as the fire is kept in check, which is a really important part, then making their way down is the quickest and most efficient way possible. So,
is it more valuable to use these acquired structures versus maybe just training or talking through scenarios?
Yeah, because the firefighters, we don't know the structure, the layout as well. When we come to do these scenarios, these drills, so it's more of a surprise and it's way more realistic than a concrete structure or somewhere that you've been to a lot.
How do you guys develop the drill that was put on today?
Yeah, well, the Station 3 crews, we kind of come together and come up with ideas on what it's going to be, what it's going to look like, and then how do we adapt the structure to fit the drill.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Matt. We appreciate your time. We're excited to be out here today. We're out here at a prescribed burn near Water Wreck, and we have Captain Vosberg here, who is one of the firing bosses for Sioux Falls Fire Rescue. Captain Vosberg, can you kind of explain what we're doing out here today?
Yeah, so today we got a few acres of just grassland that we're getting burned off for water reclamation, just to kind of clean up the grass and get rid of some of the weed seed and reestablish our native grasses.
How often do you guys do burns like this within the city limits?
We do quite a few every year because we do them for all the different departments in the city for a variety of different reasons. For just like today, cleaning up the grasses, to our sloughs and stuff where like last year, the Highway 100 project, we just burned that out to clean it up so they could get equipment in there. And so right now we're doing as many as we can in the next few weeks while our conditions are right.
There's a pretty big area burned out so far. How long have you guys been out here today?
So they started yesterday morning and put in about 8 hours yesterday. And now this morning we started about 9 o'clock and we'll go till we're done about 2-3 o'clock probably this afternoon.
How do you control the fire from going places you don't want it to go?
Yep, so we use our what controls our fire in a wildland environment, our fuels, our weather, and our topography. And today we have very little wind. Otherwise, we'll take advantage of that wind and we let that fire slowly back into it until we have a good buffer. That way the fire doesn't go where we don't want it to go. And then once we have our good buffer, we can strip it out and let it do a head fire. But today we've actually had very good teaching for fire behavior for our new guys, because we're able to control almost every aspect of our wind. We can put more fire on the ground, create more wind, and kind of create our own weather.
How does that work where you put fire down to create wind? Can you explain that a little bit more?
Yep, so the more heat that we have, it starts sucking everything into it and brings everything together. So when we're trying to lift smoke and stuff off of a highway, so we're not blocking traffic, we'll put a lot of heat right in the middle, and we can actually stand that column up and get it off that road and control our smoke too, not just the fire.
You had mentioned this is good training for new individuals on the department. What do you mean, what are they training for?
Just learning fire behavior in its natural environment. There's nothing more pure than grass burning on flat ground, and it's just being controlled by the weather.
How many individuals do you have out here today?
Right now we have about 15 of us.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, cool. Thank you for your time. We
All
really
right.
appreciate it, and hopefully the rest of the burn goes well.
Hi, I'm Captain Jared Nisus. We're here at the Public Safety Campus today doing a simulation for a drowning of a 4-year-old. We had a scenario of kind of an escape room type deal where we need codes, we need information that we're getting out of dispatches to help us get access to the equipment that we're going to need. And once we get all the access to the equipment, then we just run the call as if we would for a typical 4-year-old drowning, what we would do in reality versus being in training. Yeah, so we do these because we're not always going to these kind of calls, but these calls are usually the highest stress that we deal with. And since we're all EMTs, we all have our assignments on each truck, and those vary from truck to truck and from day to day. And by continuously doing these things, we build up muscle memory so that when the time comes and we are actually going on these, it's automatic. We just know what we're doing, and we get to it. And that's basically how we like to run things. We practice it until we can't get them wrong, and doesn't matter, you're brand new, 25 years on the job, we're all EMTs. So knowing our information, knowing our processes, and knowing our basic skills is very important regardless of who's on the truck.
Thank you for watching this episode of Sioux Falls Fire. If you'd like to learn more about Sioux Falls Fire Rescue, you can go to our website at siouxfalls.gov/fire. And if you'd like to be a part of Sioux Falls Fire Rescue, applications are opening, and you can go to the same link, search for applications, submit yours today to be part of the class of 2027 for Sioux Falls Fire Rescue.